Welcome to the middle of the book, exercise 26. You have probably actually learned a lot about programming up to this stage. It may seem like it's not that much for some people because you've just been doing printing and files, but honestly, you could probably sit down and put together some pretty terrible programs right now, and that's a good thing. Like being able to write very small beginner programs is how you get better. So this exercise is just a simple test. The video isn't really gonna explain much because it's pretty straightforward. All you gotta do is grab this file, and I can go to it right there, but I've already saved it. So you can either download it, save it, copy paste it, whatever you need to do to get it into ex25.py or 26.py. And what this is I've grabbed chunks of code from every exercise and I've broken it. Now, through this whole book so far, you have been breaking code so you know what all those errors are. So now your job is to fix my very, very broken code and make it run fairly reliably. So what this means is I would start with ex26.py like that. And then, you know the error, syntax error, invalid syntax. We're going to go to line 5, invalid syntax. It means it's line 4 most likely, and we're missing a parentheses. Then come and run it again, line 24, and so on. Fixing all of the errors you run into. Now, some of the errors are going to be a little strange. Some of them are going to be difficult to hunt down, but you've been practicing fixing broken code, so you might be able to breeze right through this, no problem. Don't be discouraged, though, if you have to struggle with this. There are some errors in this file that are very sneaky, so you'll have to look for them. Sometimes the code is just really poorly formatted and in a very weird order. Other times it's using stuff that you just don't have, so you have to figure out how to change the file so it can use the stuff that's there. That is pretty much all of exercise 26, and that's all you have to do. If you want, there's 2 ways you can accomplish this. You can do it the way I just showed you. Another way is for you to go through and read the code and try to fix all the errors you see without running it. Then try to run Python the way I just did here and see how good you did. That's another way to attempt it. You could do both ways. But for the most part, your job is just using your knowledge of common Python errors that I've forced you to learn how to make so you can go and fix this file. All right. Have fun with this, and then in the second half of the book, we start getting into real programming. We start learning if statements, while loops, objects, the whole thing. It gets a little more difficult, so if you've breezed right on through this first half, don't worry if the second half becomes much more difficult, but it's structured in the same way where things are done in tiny little increments with small jumps, so it's just a matter of working through it, and eventually you'll finish it and you'll be able to code in Python. All right, see you soon.